Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Tan, and today I'm back with another special video because Scuf sent me two brand new controllers that they just launched, the Scuf 4PS Pro controller and the Scuf Impact controller. Now, you guys know from our previous videos that Scuf controllers, they're not for your average gamer. They're more for that gamer that wants to take it to the next level. They are pro controllers. While anyone can reap the benefits of the Scuf controllers, they are designed more for the pro gamer. So, how do they feel? How do they play? What do the new designs look like? You know what? Go ahead and sit back, relax, because we're going to answer those questions for you and some. Let's go ahead and start with a Scuf 4PS Pro controller. If you remember, about 9 months ago, you could look back on our videos, Scuf had sent me the 4PS controller. Now, here is the Scuf 4PS Pro controller. Absolutely gorgeous. This one's gorgeous too. I got to pick out what color I wanted, and you know what? They sent me this blue, and I can't even explain what kind of blue this is. It's not just a royal blue, a satin, maybe. You know, I don't even know how to explain how gorgeous this is, because it's like kind of when you turn it, it's not that you see purple, or do you? I don't know, but this is a very, very, very gorgeous controller. Now, if you take a look at the predecessor that I have and the new one, side by side, just by looking at the front, you're going to notice that the original one that I have has the holes on the D-pad. Now, what these holes are for is for the Scuf disc, and what that disc does is that allows to pull off extra, combos during fighting games and whatnot. Now, this has it too. You just don't see the holes on that, but that is a customization option that's available for the controller. So other than that, you don't really notice any other differences between the two. Now, if we take a look at the back of the controllers, you're going to see a difference right here where the paddles are. Now, they both attach different ways. This one attaches with special screws. Kind of looks like maybe a small Allen wrench, maybe. And these actually pop off. I haven't wanted to try it, but you're supposed to. Ooh, okay, all right. That wasn't hard at all. I was a little afraid to. You know, I've been trying it, but I was like, no, I'm really afraid to break it. So it's too beautiful. I don't want to break it. But the thing is that they came off quite easily. Not too easily though. So it's not something that just comes right out really easily. It is something that, requires a little bit of work, so don't worry about it just coming out while you're playing. There's a really good purpose for that, which I'm going to get into in just a minute. First, I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the way they're positioned. If you see this one, they're popped out just a tad bit more in the older design. In the Pro design, the newer one, you can see that it's a bit recessed, where it's a little bit more embedded into the back of the PlayStation 4 controller, and that does help. Now, to me, it wasn't really that much of a drastic change to where I'm playing with the paddles. It's not that big a deal with it here, but when I get the new one, I do see where it's just a little bit more of a smoother feel, where it's not so much that you have to press down on them. Now, the thing with the paddles, the reason why that's a good thing is that they are removable and interchangeable on the go, is that that we've had problems with our previous controllers when we get the standard PlayStation 4 controllers, the ones that come with the system, or if we buy additional controllers, we've always had a problem with the rubber on the thumbsticks. All of us, my sons, my husband, and I, they all start tearing, and then you get down to the plastic and there it is digging into your thumb. But it hasn't happened with just Sony's brand, it has happened with the Scuf brand too. It's just the way the rubber is made, it just starts coming off. But the good thing about this one, which is available with the new Pro controller too, is that it has an interlock system with a key that you just pop on, twist it, pop off the thumbstick, pop it back on, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about, well, you know what, I'm gonna chuck it and I'm gonna get a new controller because I can't play like that. It leaves my thumb sore. It's usually, I think, my left thumb that it happens to first, if I'm not mistaken. The good thing about the paddles being interchangeable, same thing. If something happens to where it breaks off or anything like that, you don't have to worry about chucking your controller and getting a new Scuf controller. Scuf has made it to where all you have to do, pick up some new pads for the back, pop them back on, you're good to go. Now the other good thing is that Scuf does now offer a 12-month warranty for the actual paddles itself. I looked up the warranty on the actual controllers and it did get a little confusing. I think it said within the first 14 days, send it in with your proof of purchase, you're good to go, right? However, if it's within 90 days, if something happens to your controller, then they have the right to say yes or no if they want to replace it under the warranty. So of course there are certain limitations to the warranty. The same thing with the paddles themselves. It is a 12-month warranty, which is really good. When I was reading back on the 4PS controller, people were having problems with the left paddle. For some reason, it was unresponsive, and this was happening quite a bit. So it seems like, which is a really good thing, that Scuf was listening, and they went ahead and said, you know what, let's go ahead and do the same thing as with the analog sticks and make those to where you can interchange those, and you could do it really easily, but we're also going to offer a 12-month warranty. That doesn't include your rage quitting, throwing the controller down, moisture, extreme heat, water. Oh, that's right. Normal wear and tear is not covered. So it's only if something just happens to the controller or the paddles itself, sorry, not the controller, but the paddles, that is defective and they need to fix. So normal wear and tear is not going to be considered into that. So it is a good thing that they said, look, we'll replace it. You have 12 months to go ahead and let us know if something goes wrong with it. So they're that confident that everything's going to be okay. After the 12 months, if there's something, that goes wrong with it or anything like that, swap it out for a new one. Now, the 4PS Pro controller has the same customizable features as the regular 4PS controller. So you can choose your type of grip you want on the back. You can choose your regular finish. This is the military grade finish. This is the one I really like. I had got it with this one, and I got it with this one that they sent me as well. And I like it because I don't have to worry about like my hands on my shorts or my pants, pajama pants, sweats, whatever I'm wearing, especially when I'm playing for extended hours, and which most of us do, especially if you're using this as a pro controller. See, on this one, I chose to have, the iconic symbols just because they mean something to me. Triangle, square, circle, cross, I love seeing those, that's just me. But the fact that they sent it without it, and there's silver buttons and silver D-pad, it looks absolutely gorgeous. So I probably would have never ordered one like this. I'm actually glad that they sent it to me. I would have never picked blue. That's pretty beautiful. You know what? I'm glad you picked this time because I really, really love this controller. It's gorgeous. And the other good thing that I really, really, really love about the analog sticks, you could choose from different size. So you can have your tall, you can have your shorts. And I usually use the talls. I also, you can see on this one, the way I have mine customized, I have on my right a domed thumbstick. And on the left side, I use the one that's concave. So you can pick whichever one you want. I prefer both longs, and I prefer the concave on one side and the domed on the other side, and that just really helps with my particular gameplay experience. So that's customizable, which I can swap them out on this one too. Now, the most important feature about the Scuf controllers is that you can customize the paddles in the back to represent any button on the front. With the electromagnetic remapping key, you just pop it on there, go ahead and say, I want this paddle to do what this button does. I found it really useful in playing Dragon Quest Builders, for example. I cannot even tell you what button the jump was. I want to say it was the circle button, or was it the square button? It was one of the two that I was like, you know what, I always press X to jump. This is really awkward. So I was like, all right, let's remap this baby. And I went ahead and remapped it to be my right paddle stick. So I just play and I'm jumping and it's just not awkward anymore. It just completely changed my gaming experience. And then if I accidentally grab another controller, I'm like, oh, dang it. Where's my controller? Someone stole it from me. Although they have one of their own. Again, for those gamers out there who are completely pro, especially at shooters, there's a really nice feature underneath the triggers. You can fine-tune the trigger hair and your trigger stops. So there's a little key that they said that you can turn it with. I kind of normally turn it with my fingers. Probably not supposed to do that. If you turn it, you're going to see here, this is the regular trigger. This is with the trigger stop. So that's going to give you rapid fire there. And you can actually adjust that in the back. That is a very, very good feature in customizing your gameplay as well. So the Scuf 4PS Pro controller is out now, and this baby starts at $129.95, and you can customize it to whatever color options you want, or anything that's also going to fit your actual gaming style. Customize it, and it will, when you're on the site, you pick your colors, pick everything, you're going to see exactly what it's going to look like before it even takes you to the shopping cart to pick it up. Okay, moving right along. Scuf has also sent me the latest addition to the Scuf PlayStation 4 controller family. You know what, without further ado, here's the Scuf Impact. You can see it's not even about, it's 6 millimeters wider. And you can see the difference on the handles of the controller. These are a little bit more slim, fit right in, kind of like your Move controllers in a way, if that's the best way to explain it. And these come out just a little bit more triangular. So these kind of resemble more like a 360, an Xbox One controller, in a way. Now they're still PlayStation controllers or PC controllers, same as these. However, there's a little bit of different feel on the handles, which feel really nice. Now there's another difference. On this one, there are 4 paddles. So just with this one, you can play up to 2 because you can take them off. Or with this one, you can play up to 4. Now, I don't see why you would take them off. They don't really get in the way to me. But you play with up to 4 because that's what it says. So with these, with that same key, you're going to go ahead and remap these to take place of any of these buttons. And like I've told you in the previous Scuf review videos, that keeps you from doing that dreaded claw where you're really hurting your hands. I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to attempt it. You know, I don't even know how to do it. I've seen it, and my son used to do it all the time, and I'm like, I don't have to worry about that as a mom anymore. That means he's gonna take my controller. It is a little bit wider. Now, when I first held it, I thought it felt a little weird in my hands, and I thought, how am I gonna, do I play with them like this? I'm still, that's a distraction. And then I thought, okay, well there's a little lip on these, on the first ones, then I'm gonna put my ring fingers here and then my middle fingers here. And I don't know, it feels so awkward to me, so I didn't know how I was going to handle that in gameplay. Take a look at this. This is going to house your cable. That way it keeps a little bit protected and you're not worried about when you're charging it and you kind of want to move back a little bit, but yet you don't want anyone to trip over the cord, take it out, yank it out, break it. It's protected. Playing with a controller, I will be honest, for me personally, it did get a little bit cumbersome, and that I was worried a little bit about that. But I think it's just a matter of getting used to, and it's the same thing when I first got a Scuf controller. I would still hit the button on the controller rather than the paddle, but you just get used to it and you start playing with it. So I think it's going to take me a little bit longer to kind of get used to the 4. Now, to be very honest, I prefer the Pro controller because 2 paddles suffice for me, but I can see how the 2 additional paddles can give that player that extra edge, you know, the I could already see that one player in the game that's just dominating, and you're wondering, how the hell does he keep killing? What is he doing? I could see it. But you know what? For my simple mind, 2 paddles is enough for me. That's just my personal opinion. It just matches perfectly with my gameplay style. And I guess that's the beauty of it. You can add up to 4 paddles to customize your personal gameplay style. Though I can see that person using those extra paddles is kind of like his bag of tricks. Now, the pricing for this beauty starts at $139.95, and again, it's completely customizable, so depends on what features you add to it. It does start at $139.95. Now, I'm going to be honest, PlayStation 4 is my favorite controller to play with. It just feels right. It feels so good in your hands. And as a family, we've had so many problems with our PlayStation 4 controllers where the right hinge for the trigger, it's always breaking. We've had 2 or 3 break on us, and I've already talked about the rubber on the thumbsticks. Sony had already announced at TGS that they're not going to focus on making any pro controllers. They're going to leave that up to third-party developers. There are other third-party developers that do make pro controllers for the PlayStation 4 right now. Razer Naked, I think, is the other one. But, you know, Scuf has been in the game for quite some time now making pro controllers. And from doing some research on the others, I haven't seen that they allow much in the customization department. And that's not just colors. Gameplay is key here. Colors are just a bonus. I'm talking about gameplay. Like, these, again, are pro controllers. I mean, don't get me wrong. We do all kind of like to customize things to maybe match our gaming chair. Might want to even match our headsets. I don't know. Whatever you want to match. Match your clothes. You have that option. Pick your favorite colors. I think we all kind of want to stand out. Maybe going to a tournament, going to a friend's house. I do like the customization features for the colors, but most importantly, the gameplay experience. That's first and foremost. And I haven't seen much customization in that department elsewhere. And that's why I have stuck with Scuf controllers. Yes, they sent me controllers. However, I have bought plenty of my own. And we've been quite satisfied with our controllers. So that's it. We've come to the end of this video. If you like the video, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I think you know the drill. Give us a like, subscribe. If you do pick one up, or if you have one of your own, share it with us in the comment section below. And you know what? Let us know if you don't have one. I want to know what color combo you'd pick, how many paddles you would pick. Would you go with the 4PS Pro controller, or would you go with the Impact controller? You tell me, let me know. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.